All right, guys, Josh Ortega, Phenom Brand Fitness. So here we are, back with more nutrition mathematics, Nutrition 101. So in the previous videos, okay, here's what we've gone over. Caloric-wise, how to determine your total daily energy expenditure. That's how many calories you burn, approximated. Now, this is not perfect, all right? We are not trying to be perfect. We're trying to get a jumping off point, okay? How many calories you burn on a daily basis, approximately, based on your BMR, which is how many calories you burn at rest, with all the other activities you have in there. So if you remember, and you can reference the other video, we took your BMR, your estimated BMR, body weight times 10, added your activity multiplier, that gave us our approximate your total daily energy expenditure. Then in the other videos, what we explained is to lose weight, to make a significant change, we need to be in approximately 25% caloric reduction to lose weight, or a 25% surplus to gain weight. All right, like if athletes or people trying to bodybuild or build muscle, okay? Not that you have to be in a surplus to build muscle, that's just a whole nother rabbit hole, okay? So we determine those numbers in the other videos. Now I'm gonna show you how to take that caloric number, whatever, based on your goals, and turn them into a macronutrient count that you can start tracking, okay? So we've all heard people talk about, I'm on a 40-30-30 diet, or I do 20% of my calories come from protein, or 50% of them come from fat. People do keto diet where I think something like 5 to 10, 8% of their diet comes from carbs with a high level of fat, moderate protein. So you hear those numbers all the time, those macro numbers thrown at you. So what I'm gonna show you today is I'm gonna take 2,000 calories. So if you're around 2,000 calories, this is perfect for you. If not, check out the other videos, learn how to determine your total calories needed to reach your goals. And I'm gonna show you how to take 2,000 calories and turn those into a macronutrient count, okay? So we got 2,000 calories, this is the goal, okay? Susie needs 2,000 calories, okay? Susie, just to eat a little bit, okay? Here's some side numbers, okay? 1 gram protein, 4 calories, right? 1 gram of carb, 4 calories. 1 gram fat, 9 calories, okay? That's for later, okay? We went over this in some of our other videos, okay? So, say somebody comes to Susie and says, Susie, you're gonna do 40% of your calories from carbs, okay? 30% from protein, 30% from fat, okay? So, say 30% from protein. Let's do this. Let's say she's at 30% from protein, 30% from carbs, and say she's at 40% from fat, okay? So 30% of 2,000 is 600. Again, 30% of 2,000, 600. 40% of 2,000 is 800. So 600 of her calories are gonna come from protein. 600 calories are going to come from carbs. 900 calories are going to come from fat, okay? To get to the macros, we're going to take 600 and divide it by 4. Why are we dividing by 4? Because there's 4 calories per gram. That's going to give us 150. Same thing over here, divide by 4, 150. Okay. 800 divided by 9 is approximately 90. Okay. So, Susie will get 150 grams of carbs, 150 grams of protein, and 90 grams of fat in her diet. These are the numbers that she wants to track on something like MyFitnessPal. So we'll do it again, okay? 2,000 calories is the goal. She wants 30% of her calories from protein, 30% of her calories from carbs, 40% of her calories from fat. 30% of 2,000 is 600, 30% of 2,000 is 600, 40% of 2,000 is 800. The calories and the protein and the carbs, those get divided by 4 to equal 150. Fat gets divided by 9 to equal 90. This is what she wants to track. Okay, this is what Susie gets to eat based on macro breakdowns. That's a quick run. That's how it works, okay? I am going to show you another way right now. Let me find something to wipe this off with. Okay, this is gonna work for most of you. Okay, right here. This is gonna estimate to work with both of you. This might take a little bit of change, some modification, but this will work for most of you, okay? Okay, a small percentage of you, okay? I'm gonna use my example, okay? I'm gonna use my example, okay? So, my example for me was when I had 4,000 calories, okay? My goal was 4,000 calories. Okay, now, if I did 30%, protein, okay, that would be around, so 30% of my calories came from protein. That'd be 3, 6, 9, 1,200 calories. Divided by 4, that'd be 300 grams of protein. Is that unreasonable? Crazy? No. But do I really need that much protein? No, I don't. Okay? What do we say? 1 gram per pound of body weight. Okay? So at the time I was like 220. So I developed that number first. Okay? I established my protein number first. Okay? And which was 880 calories. Okay. Then I determined my carbohydrates. I'm lifting a lot. I want to lift a lot. So I took an estimation that said I want to get about 400 calories, 400 carbs a day. Okay. How many is 400 times 4? That's 1,600. So I took 400 carbs. And it's 1,600 calories. Remember, here's protein, here's carbs, okay? So what that gave me is approximately 1,500 calories left over, right? Sorry for that. So I had 1,500 calories left over. And those were going to come from fat, okay? So I am a big believer in determining your protein intake first, setting a number approximate for your carb intake based on your goals, okay, based on your goals, lower carbs, higher carbs, muscle building, energy to lift, that kind of stuff. I love intake of carbs, okay? And then your toggle number is going to be your fat. That's the one you're going to adjust, okay? 15 divided by 9 is approximately 150. Okay. Yeah, 150. 9, 13. So actually like 160. So say it was 160 grams of fat. Is that more like it? 160 times 9, 0, 4, 1450. Yep, so 160. So I did 160 grams of fat. That gave me around 4,000. So this is a more of a complex issue. This takes somebody who kind of knows their body a little better, okay? This takes somebody who knows how to manipulate their calories throughout the day. This is how we would do it with somebody with high calories or somebody with low calories. So let me show you how this would work with somebody with low calories, okay? Who is trying to get into a pretty low caloric deficit, okay? Say somebody's gonna be, say we have a 130 pound female, okay? And say her caloric intake is about 1,300, okay? So she wants to do a pound per gram, okay? 1 gram per pound of body weight. So 130 times 4, 4, 8, 12, okay? 520, okay? So 520 protein, 520 calories, okay? So what does she have left over? She has 780, okay? So her carb intake, and this person is in a diet, they're gonna do a relatively low carb diet. Say her carb intake wants to be 100 grams. That's her low carb intake. Okay, so she has 400 calories, okay, from carbs. So that gives us what? 380. Her fat, 380 divided by 9. Let's just say 40, about, right? $360. Okay, so she'd do 40 grams of fat, 100 grams of carbs, 130 grams of protein. That's how we're going to determine this the non-macro way, okay? This is more of a complex thing to do. When I work and coach people one-on-one, okay, based on their goals, this is what I determine, okay? When I coach people one-on-one, I find their goals, their caloric set, how much protein, as establish the protein, carbs based on their goals, and then fats to fill in the rest, okay? This is more of a complex way. I know it's a long video. Most of you are going to work the macro way, the percentage way. A few of you are going to work the second way. Hope that makes sense. Hope it's not too confusing. It's a lot of information. We can break this down. Again, this is how we determine it in our private coaching. The other way is how we kind of determine it when we're dealing with mass groups.